The exact center is very close to the shoreline between Tampa and Sarasota, but look at all this heavy rain that continues to batter the Sunshine States. And of course, we still have one more down towards the south. This is the big one. This was the one that was producing that 2-inch hail on top of the city of Guntersville. It has now cleared out of Marshall County and into Jackson County, just south of the warm front. That's when we start to see that instability. That's that warm, humid air moving in, and that is the fuel for potential severe weather. But this high pressure is going to settle into the Piedmont Plateau, and that means we get a more southeasterly wind as we go into Thursday, Friday, setting us up for a nice warming trend for the weekend. So moving over towards Ruth by 5:34, that's a 10-minute head start for you to get that car into the garage or into the carport, because this is large hail. We're talking ping pong size hail. You think a ping pong ball is fine, right? Well, that's because it's filled with air. This is a big chunk of ice falling out of the sky. So we were on the air yesterday talking about the storm. A couple of features that caught our eye is this looking feature right here. Almost looks like a hook, almost a bounded weak echo region here, or a rear flank downdraft that was starting to surge into the city of Coleman itself from Good Hope up into Coleman, and of course some of that coming out behind it from West Point and South Vinemont. But this stuck out like a sore thumb. You see all these bright colors here. That is tornado debris that was detected yesterday right about 6:45 through 6:50. Now the reason why it's not going to be an impact for us here in North Alabama is because of this cold front, the same one that is bringing us all the cold, dreary weather right now. That is going to move off towards the east, and it's going to push Ada on out of the way. However, we're not quite done yet. I'm monitoring what's happening down in the Central American region, where we may potentially have, guess what? Iota, ladies and gentlemen, that may be forming within the next 5 days. This tornado was warned for about 5 hours, 11:30 a.m. through 4:30 p.m. And quite frankly, it crossed over the state line into the state of Georgia. But we're going to focus on the Alabama impacts here. EF3 damage in Eagle Point, as well as EF2 damage in Pelham and Ohatchee. So let's talk about what that means, okay? What is EF3 damage? What does that mean to you? Well, my heart goes out to this woman right here. She reminds me of my mother-in-law. Looks just like her, surveying the scene behind her. And as you can see, estimated winds 136-mile-per-hour winds to 165-mile-per-hour winds. Entire stories of homes destroyed, significant damage to these large buildings. And unfortunately, the job is not over just yet. The National Weather Service is going to have numerous teams looking at this damage for the next several days. This is a stationary front, which means that it's not going anywhere anytime soon. It is blocked by all this warm southeasterly winds that we are seeing, bringing us all this warm weather here in North Alabama. But unfortunately, this is going to move on out of the way, and eventually we're going to see some very strong weather moving in too. In fact, as the stationary front essentially dissipates, this low really gets cranking, and it brings a warm front into North Alabama, followed by that cold front. That lets you know that, yes, we mean some serious business with regards to the weather moving in. What kind of business? Well, we're talking about some very strong winds. In meteorology, we call this the low-level jet. What that means is that all these white arrows that you see coming from the south to the north, these are 75-plus mile-per-hour winds 1 mile above the ground, but it translates to 60-mile-per-hour winds down here at the surface. So that's why we're anticipating the possibility of some wind damage for Thursday night into Friday morning. I'm going to show you exactly when and where. That's coming up in just a few minutes.
Good morning, everyone. It is now 8:12 on this beautiful Saturday morning, and Christina and I really love this song. We're dancing too. Hope you are.
Here it comes. There she is. Ready? Can't stop the feeling.
There you go. You're awake now. Good morning.
Welcome to the karaoke hour. Why is it at 8:13 in the morning? Why not? It's Saturday. We've made it to the weekend. We're here. Yeah, let's do it. I'm sorry. I would like to personally thank Lauren Harkson for putting up with me today, okay? If you are waking up in Florence, you notice that you can't stop the fog this morning. It is thick at times along US 72 or along the Tennessee River here at the harbor.
Now, your Weather Authority forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
It is 6:53 on your Wednesday evening, and if you're thinking about stepping outside, perhaps grabbing some dinner, or you got to go walk the dog, keep in mind that all the green that you see on the map here, this is rain that is now moving in from northeast Mississippi into northwest Alabama. So zooming in a little bit closer, let's take a look as to who is getting the rain at this time. From Haleyville to Hamilton, up US 43 towards Phil Campbell into Russellville, you've got that light shower activity moving on through. And as we step a little bit further north towards Colbert Heights, Tuscumbia, Florence, at this time, I think you've got just enough rain on the windshields that you got to make sure that the windshield wipers are going, and also make sure your headlights are on through the rain. And as we take a look a little bit further up towards the north in Lawrenceburg, from Green Hill all the way up towards Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, this rain is really starting to spread on in. Still on the lighter side, light to moderate. I don't think we're going to see heavy rain, at least not for the rest of this evening, and that is the case as we continue to see this move into the central portion of the Tennessee Valley. So Athens, Decatur, Priceville, not quite raining, not just yet, but it's making its way over towards your area. So just give it a little bit of time and we will start to see that rain move its way into North Alabama. So your forecast for the rest of tonight, we will eventually start to see that rain spreading into the rest of North Alabama. We're going to see quite a bit of it too, about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch rainfall through the rest of tonight. Temperatures staying in the low 40s for the rest of your Wednesday evening, and then waking up on Thursday morning, some of us a little bit colder than others. Fayetteville at 38, Winchester as well, 39 in Scottsboro as you start your day. Eventually warming up to about 53 degrees for tomorrow. And in fact, we should see some sun coming out, peeking out from between the clouds after about 12 o'clock tomorrow. However, if you don't get any rain between now and tomorrow morning, we have an even better chance of rain moving in on Sunday and Monday. That's because this system is going to start to move in from Arkansas into North Alabama between Sunday and Monday afternoon. Now, we do anticipate some thunderstorms associated with that system. Whether or not they will be severe right now, we don't think they're going to be severe for North Alabama, but we'll continue to monitor that for you. Meanwhile, heavy rain marching its way over towards North Alabama, anywhere from 2 to 4 inches of rainfall through Monday. So that's something that we're going to continue to track here on News 19. But rain is a good thing. We're looking at a deficit of about 2 inches for Huntsville and Muscle Shoals. So whether it's tonight or it's next week, I'm looking forward to it.
We need a little.
We need a little bit. Yeah, rain is a good thing, as Luke Bryan likes to say.
That's right.
Thank you,
Makes corn. We know what happens with that.
Oh, yes.